All right, Mitch has come in. Mitch has come in on an internet price. By the way, I am not going to wait until I put numbers in front of Mitch. I'm going to have this conversation in the first 10 minutes, okay? I do not want to get into a pricing discussion with him because he hasn't seen the car yet. He hasn't experienced the car. I haven't had a chance to create any value yet. So I don't want to say we don't negotiate here because all that's going to do is cause confrontation. Mitch has come in on the price, which had to be attractive to him, and maybe it was a combination of the price and the location. There may have been less expensive Explorers out there, but they may have been a little further away. But you're intending on negotiating, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, because that's the way he's always bought vehicles. So, I could do this walking around the lot, I could do it sitting down. It doesn't matter. I'm going to have this conversation, and I almost started out the same way. I started out the same way virtually every time, because for me it helps just get the conversation started. Mitch, when's the last time you bought a vehicle?
Probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Mitch, I'm going to bet you $1 to a dime that when you bought that vehicle, you had to negotiate with that car dealership in order to get yourself a fair price or a good discount, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
How much fun was it, Mitch?
I kind of enjoyed it a little bit.
You know, there's a certain percentage of people that absolutely do enjoy that, and you struck me as one that might. But let me ask you a question. Was it just a little bit of a waste of time?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have made more sense had the dealer told you what you could buy the car for right off the bat?
Well, yeah, it would have made a little more sense. I'm not sure I would have taken that number, though.
Okay, you know what, and I don't blame you based on the way the business has been in the past. But you know what? A lot of changes have taken place in the last 4 or 5 years. All the changes are good for you, the consumer. And these changes aren't because we, the car dealer, got smart or wise. The changes have taken place for the reason most changes take place in our society. They have been forced upon us, been forced upon the entire industry. Look, what you had to battle for in the past, what you had to negotiate in the past, is now given to you before you get here, because if we don't give it to you, you don't get here. Look, our price had to be fairly attractive, correct?
Right.
We weren't the only website you looked at, right?
No.
Okay. I'm sure our price had to look halfway decent, the vehicle had to be something you were interested in, and our location had to be halfway decent too, correct?
Right.
But you're probably wondering how much lower can we go, or you're probably wondering how much lower could somebody else go, right?
That's, yeah.
Mitch, you don't need to worry about that. What you had to fight for in the past, you are now given, okay? I said that once, I'll say it again. What we do now, and this is going to sound crazy as a loon, but we don't even price our own cars, all right? You ever taken an airplane flight?
Yeah.
You know how the price of that ticket was determined?
Assumed by the number of seats remaining on the flight.
Software. Software prices every airline ticket in the world. Hotel rooms. Software prices the hotel rooms. Gasoline. Software prices the retail price of gasoline. Grocery stores. Most of the rest of the world has been using software to price their vehicles according to market for years. We're latecomers to the party. We now have software pricing our vehicles. Look, Mitch, when I got in this business, our managers would get together every Monday morning in a cigar, smoke-filled, sometimes marijuana, smoke-filled room, and they'd come up with a pricing strategy for the week, okay? And there was no rhyme or reason to it. Now it's all done by third-party software. Our vehicles are market-based. Okay? Meaning every vehicle in our inventory is matched up with everyone like it in a 500-mile radius, and we price it at or below market price. Why do we do that? To get guys like you in here. Here's what I can promise you. This is going to be the most pleasant purchase experience of your entire life. It's also going to be the fastest because you don't need to waste a lot of time getting a good price. You got it before you got here. Let's go check out the Explorer you came in to see. Cool?
That's good.
Okay. Now, what's the whole purpose of that conversation? Just to look, if I can just lessen the severity of the negotiation. I can't get everybody to just go, okay, shit, whatever you put down, I'll do. And if they do say that, I know they probably can't buy. All right?
Then we get the credit out.
Yeah, exactly. But it also gives me the easiest second close on a first pencil in the history of the car business.
Now you can cut the price $50 and they might feel like
There's some people who just have to have a victory before they'll say yes? Yeah, there are, okay? There are. We hate them, but we'd rather have them at our place than somebody else's place, okay? If we can reduce the number of people that want to negotiate with us, reduce the severity of the negotiations, what we're going to do is we're going to make more gross profit. We're not going to start selling vehicles at MSRP. I'm under no illusions about that. But if we can make another $200 or $300 a car on 100 cars, that's 20, 30 grand a month in gross profit. Does that help our bottom line?
Absolutely.
Does that help each and every one of you when it comes to getting paid?
Absolutely.
Look, I hear people say this all the time. Shit, when's the business going to get easier? It ain't. We got to get better. True or false? We got to get better. How long you been with the Stearns organization?
Well, I was there, left and came back altogether, probably 20 years roughly.